welcome to Old School Movies podcast, where I, Nora, your host, will share my reviews on some old but gold box office hits in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Rest assured, I will try not to spoil much of their golden details so that you can sit back and enjoy them later. For today's episode, let's dive into my top movie that exceptionally portrays different aspects of All Is Well. Hi everyone, we're back together with another episode of Old School Movies. Before I tell you a bit of my story, may I ask which time you want to return the most in your life? For me, it should always be when I was still a high school student. Not just because high school was the most beautiful time in my life. Actually, it was among the most stressful ones in my childhood. But I think, maybe, because of some challenges, I got to learn what stress was, what my strengths were, and also how to stay focused on myself. And from there, I successfully surprised myself through some personal achievement that I hadn't expected. So whenever I feel doubtful about my capabilities, I try to look back at how far I have been since high school to regain self-trust and continue building my adulthood. I think for most of us, high school education was it was so stressful to heavy back then. So things like short-term stress occurred regularly, and once in a while, nearly all of us carry long faces coming to school. Although we were different in personality, somehow we all shared one same goal: attaining good ranking in tests, landing a top university, and becoming employees in renowned companies. I would say 3 years in high school, our lives revolved around schoolwork, tests, and more tests. We seemed to neglect or even forget what our hobbies were. And we nearly didn't have any other passion but trying to work harder and get the first ranking. What I appreciated the most was how my teachers put much effort into interweaving different life lessons into each of our academic subjects to alleviate our hidden stress. I remember on a quite gloomy day, we all couldn't hide our burden of the coming examination. And my humorous teacher introduced us to a student-friendly movie, which also showcased a stressful study life, chasing after excellency and ranking. But it added some elements of optimism, youth passion, and self-belief. 3 Idiots, 2009, a Bollywood masterpiece, shocked me with its innovative message to all young people and even to those who were searching for fulfillment in their lives. It was also the first time I could understand the importance of pursuing a personal dream, staying hopeful, and remaining self-trusted instead of running after ranking. Three Idiots 2009 is a critically acclaimed Bollywood comedy drama directed by Rajkumar Hirani. With a runtime of 2 hours and 51 minutes, the film is an adaptation of Chetan Bhagat's novel 5 Point Someone. It explores the pressures of the Indian education system through the lives of 3 engineering students, Rancho, Farhan and Raju, at the prestigious Imperial College of Engineering. The story unfolds as the friends embark on a journey to find Rancho, who mysteriously vanished after graduation. Through flashbacks, it reveals Rancho's unorthodox learning methods and his impact on the rigid institution and their lives. He encourages his friends to pursue their passions, Farhan as a wildlife photographer and Raju to overcome his fears. The film also delves into complex relationships, including Rancho's romance with Pia, and confrontations with the authoritarian dean, Viru. Packed with humor, emotional depth, and social commentary, 3 Idiots challenges societal norms and emphasizes the importance of creativity, friendship, and following one's dreams. Its memorable dialogues, heartfelt performances, and inspiring message make it a timeless classic. The movie offers a profound critique of traditional education systems, advocating that education should serve as a foundation for personal development rather than merely producing a uniform workforce. Through its narrative, the film underscores the importance of leveraging knowledge for creativity and individuality. The protagonist, Rancho, embodies this philosophy by challenging the rigid, exam-centric structure of the prestigious engineering college. Rancho believes that true learning comes from understanding and applying knowledge innovatively rather than rote memorization. His approach starkly contrasts with the institution's teaching methods, which prioritize conformity, grades, and standardized performance over fostering curiosity and creativity. A glaring gap in the education system, as highlighted in the film, is its tendency to create workers molded to fit societal and industrial expectations, sidelining individual strengths and aspiration. This is evident in characters like Farhan and Raju, who initially struggle under the weight of parental and societal pressures. Rancho's influence helps them realize their unique talents. Farhan pursues photography, and Raju finds his confidence. The film calls for a paradigm shift. Educators must create space for students to discover and develop their strengths. By doing so, individuals can contribute to society in diverse and meaningful ways, fostering innovation and personal fulfillment rather than perpetuating a system of homogeneity. The movie Three Idiots 2009 is also poignantly reflects a reality many face: suppression of personal passions in favor of conforming to societal expectations. Through its engaging narrative, the film critiques a rigid education system prioritizing standardization and competition, causing students to neglect their unique talents and passions. In the movie, characters like Farhan and Raju represent individuals with diverse interests and capabilities, but societal and familial pressures force them to conform to predefined notions of success. Farhan, who loves photography, sacrifices his passion to meet his parents' expectation of becoming an engineer. Raju, weighed down by the fear of failure, struggles to meet the system demands, losing sight of his own potential. Their internal conflict mirrors a widespread issue where individuals fear deviating from the norm, worrying about falling behind in ranks or risking job security. Rancho, on the other hand, symbolizes the pursuit of dreams and individuality. He inspires his friends to embrace their true selves, proving that fulfillment and success come from nurturing what one excels rather than chasing societal benchmarks. The film promotes the idea that embracing personal strengths and passions leads not only to personal fulfillment, but also to meaningful contributions to society. By choosing paths aligned with their unique abilities, individuals can achieve prosperity and redefine success beyond rankings and competition. There is one impressive speech by Rancho that makes my mind shaken whenever I remind myself of the movie plot. Whatever you enjoy, make that a profession. It advocates the idea of turning one's passion into a profession, encapsulating the movie's central philosophy. Fulfillment and success stem from doing what one loves. It courageously challenges the traditional mindset that prioritizes financial stability or societal approval over personal happiness and creativity. It was such a thought that most of us, as students back then, didn't dare to own. The speech also highlights how society benefits when individuals thrive in their areas of expertise. By aligning profession with passion, people contribute uniquely and meaningfully to the world. It's a call for a shift from conventional success metrics, advocating for a life led by authenticity, creativity, and personal growth. There is a spell, all is well, recited by three main characters whenever they face hardships. For me, it was not very helpful saying such a phrase since there was no evidence that it would get better. Though all is well in The Three Idiots may initially seem like a meaningless platitude, the film presents it as a mantra of optimism and resilience. Rancho introduces this phrase not as a way to deny reality, but as a means to find courage amidst uncertainty and adversity. The film redefines all is well as a psychological tool to navigate life's challenges. It symbolizes the human ability to remain hopeful even in dire situations, helping individuals focus on solutions rather than being paralyzed by fear. As Rancho explains, the phrase doesn't solve problems by itself, but provides the strength and clarity needed to tackle them. It's a reminder to maintain composure and perspective, enabling better decision-making under pressure. In the movie, this mantra repeatedly revives characters during their lowest moments. For instance, when Raju is caught between familial expectations and academic failure, all is well encourages him to take risks and embrace change. Similarly, it gives Farhan the courage to pursue photography, defying societal norms. The phrase embodies the courageous aspect of human nature, holding on to determination and vision when everything seems out of control. It highlights how optimism, far from being naive, is a powerful force that can reignite hope and propel individuals toward achieving their desires. And like the butterfly effect, after spending nearly 3 hours immersed in the movie, I found myself unconsciously reciting all is well whenever I felt hopeless on my journey to fulfillment. Admittedly, it doesn't magically transform a bad situation into a better one. However, its soothing resonance carries a powerful influence, helping me rediscover my self-belief in moments where hope feels distant and no evidence points to the possibility of achieving my dreams. Even now, it remains my go-to therapy when my soul feels weak and uncertain about myself. I think I have taken it as a reminder that setbacks are temporary and that resilience paired with determination can guide me back on my track toward my dreams. Everyone, I encourage you to try embracing this mindset and incorporate the mantra, all is well, into your life. In moments of doubt, stress, or uncertainty, take a moment to repeat these words to yourself. Don't just say them. Really feel the weight and the calm they bring. As you practice staying optimistic, you may notice that even in the absence of clear solutions, you begin to feel a subtle shift in your perspective. Over time, this simple phrase can help you reconnect with your inner strength, regain your focus, and continue moving forward with a renewed sense of trust in yourself. After you've practiced it for a while, come back and share your experience. How did it make you feel? Did it help you shift from a state of overwhelm to a place of clarity? Sometimes, the most powerful changes come from the smallest shift in your mindset. The movie Three Idiots 2009 offers a powerful message about embracing individuality, challenging societal norms, and redefining education. It champions the idea that each person's unique strengths and passions are the greatest assets, urging viewers to recognize, nurture, and prioritize these over conforming to rigid expectations. In life, societal system may often make it difficult to fully pursue personal dreams. However, the film reassures us that courage and determination in following one's unique path can lead to remarkable rewards, both personal fulfillment and societal contribution. The movie also critiques traditional education systems, arguing for reform not in the accumulation of knowledge, but in creating environments where learners at all levels can explore their individuality. It stresses that education should be a platform for self-discovery, fostering creativity and innovation, rather than enforcing conformity. Through its recurring theme of optimism, encapsulated in the mantra "all is well," the film highlights the invisible strength of hope. Optimism, even in the absence of tangible evidence, fuels resilience and keeps individuals moving forward despite hardships. Three Idiots 2009 ultimately inspires viewers to have faith in their dreams, stay true to their unique selves, and face life's challenges with unwavering determination and positivity. So that's the end of my sharing today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and found it interesting. For your convenient reference to the events I mentioned, please find the links to my blog page in the description, where I have compiled all related information. If you have any questions or you want to discuss more on what I shared today, please leave your comments below. I would love to talk to each of you more as well. You can search for more episodes of this Old School Movies podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and my own blog page. To cater to all of your preferences using different platforms, I am also gradually uploading all my podcast episodes on YouTube. Please also subscribe to my channels and stay tuned for the latest update. Thank you for listening to today's episode all the way to the end. And I hope to see you again in my next episode of Old School Movies, which will be released soon. Once again, this is Nora, your host. Thank you so much and goodbye.